What's up, everybody? This is Marcy with the One-on-One Boxing Podcast. I don't got my boy Reef here with me today. He had some business he had to handle, but he's here with us in spirit. Our goal is still to bring y'all the best boxing content out, breakdowns, predictions, in-depth analysis, breaking news, and anything boxing. Today on the docket, we'll be talking about Teofimo Lopez and his Twitter rant, and he disrespected Turkey Al-Sheikh, and he had a bunch of things to say. We will be talking about Jaime Munguia testing positive for PEDs in his fight against Bruno Sarase. We will be breaking down the Caleb Plant versus Resendiz and Charlo versus Lamanna. So let's start off with Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez went on a Twitter rant. He called Turkey Al-Sheikh a dictator, and he said that he was fired from boxing. He said Boots turned down the fight, and Boots doesn't want to fight champions, and he had a bunch to say. He's blocking his own blessings. He's causing himself a lot of self-harm. He started out with any monkey that wants the banana can get it. When he was talking about Gervonta and Crawford, and then Keyshawn Davis had gotten a box of watermelon and bananas sent to his room. Teofimo decided to capitalize off that and clout chase and troll with eating a banana, watching the video. He said nigger recently. He's doing a lot of racist stuff, but it's really just for clout and trying to get a fight. And it's just you're not going to get a fight like that. You're race baiting everybody. You're not going to get a fight like that. And it's just, all he's doing is offending people. He went and disrespected Turkey Al-Sheikh. In no way am I saying that he needs to kiss Turkey Al-Sheikh's ass because he has money and he's handing out bags to fighters and, providing opportunities for fighters. In no way am I saying that. But, obviously you got to keep a level of respect and keep it professional with people that you're doing business with. But Teofimo Lopez doesn't seem to get that. He's just constantly offending people and just putting stuff out there. And he's just making his brand just this offensive, just coming off offensive. And it's just uncalled for because Teo is really talented and he doesn't have to do that. So that's just what confuses me. You don't have to come out here and try to offend as many people as possible. You're just blocking your blessings that way. In a way, I'm kind of happy Boots turned the fight down because it's starve him out, you know what I mean? Don't give him no opportunity. Don't give him no money. Don't give him an opportunity to make money off of your black name. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know what's going on with Teo, but he is gonna end up finding himself out of boxing soon if he keeps up his antics. In any other sport, this wouldn't have been put up with. Obviously boxing is an individual sport. You do have to answer to some people, but if this was any other sport, he'd have been out of here. If you look at, it's not the same, but if you look at the Clippers owner, he was saying something to his girlfriend in the privacy of his own home, and he was forced to sell his team. You know what I mean? There's no room for stuff like that in the sport, and you can't walk around disrespecting people in the process. So that's all I got for Teo. Jaime Munguia has tested positive for a banned substance in his fight against Bruno Sarase. He came out and made a statement. He said that he was basically taken back by it just like we were, and he said he's going to be fully compliant and he's waiting for the B sample to come back. For those that don't know, when they test the fighters, they take 2 blood samples. They test the A sample, and then if that pops dirty, they test the second sample, the B sample, to see if it was a false positive or not. The B sample hasn't came back yet, so we will keep y'all updated on that when we get more information. Bruno Sarase actually made a statement as well. He said, "I'm shocked by the news that Jaime Munguia tested positive for a banned substance. There's no place in boxing for cheating. The sport is dangerous enough already. I went to Mexico and knocked out Munguia fair and square in December, and I was gracious enough to give him a rematch in May. He knew he could not beat me on a level playing field. I trust that this result will be overturned immediately." Now, I don't agree with that. He has the right to his opinion. He has the right to be offended by it and all that. I don't agree. If Jaime Munguia cheated, it's completely wrong. There's no room for, like he said, there's no room for that in the sport. I don't agree that Jaime Munguia couldn't beat him on an even playing field. Maybe I'm contradicting myself. I think, I said it before, I think in the first fight, I think Bruno Sarase caught him with a good shot, and he just caught him with a good, clean, hard shot, and he knocked him out. It's boxing. Shit happens. But Munguia is the better fighter. I think Munguia is special, and I think once Canelo's done, I think he'll be next up for the Mexicans. I don't want to jump to conclusions if he tested positive or not, because we haven't gotten the B sample back yet. We will talk about that, like I said, when it does come back. But stay tuned and we'll find out. Next, I want to break down the Charlo and Lamanna fight. So Charlo's 33-0, 22 knockouts. He hasn't fought in almost 2 years. So he has had a long layoff. The last time he had a long layoff, he hadn't fought in almost 2 years, and then he fought Jose Benavidez Jr., David Benavidez's brother, on the David Benavidez and Bubu Andrade card, and he was dominant. He beat the shit out of him. He beat him from pillar to post. And fighters, it's usually damaging when you do have a long layoff, but watching Thomas Lamanna, no disrespect to him, I don't see Thomas Lamanna pulling this off. I think Thomas Lamanna can be flat-footed. I think he can tend to like just square up and just stand right in front of his defender, and he like lacks movement. So I think with the jab that Charlo has a great jab. He has a lot of power in that right hand. I can't see Lamanna pulling this off. I think the only thing going for Lamanna is that he's tall, he's rangy, so he could use that to his advantage. He's been more active than Charlo, but I can't see him pulling this off. Like, to me, Charlo's the better boxer. He has more power. Lamanna likes to, he's willing to mix it up, and he's willing to get gritty and fight on the inside. But I even think that would be a mistake. And I have Charlo stopping him. I want to say between 6 and 8. I got Charlo stopping him. And I think this will be a good showing for Charlo. I think it'll be a good comeback. You know, he's been dealing with mental health and, you know, things like that. So I do think that this will be a good comeback for him, and it'll set him up for the Caleb Plant fight. That fight has been brewing, and ever since they got into the little altercation that they got to, Caleb Plant smacked him backstage at a fight, and it's been brewing ever since then. And that'll be more than likely be the fight for both of them next. And I think we'll get a good showing out of Charlo to build up even more hype for that fight. So I'm excited about that. Next, we have Caleb Plant against Resendiz. I think when it comes to Caleb Plant, I think Caleb Plant is underrated. Caleb Plant is very, very talented. He's very skillful, but he does have some power too. So I think for this one, Resendiz, he has like the Mexican style, come forward, aggressive style. I think, and we've also seen Resendiz hurt before. I think with Caleb Plant, a lot of people see, you know, he got knocked out by Canelo, and he lost to Benavidez. So a lot of people like count him out. But if you really watch those fights, he won a lot of rounds in them fights. Like, he was basically, like, I don't want to say he was winning, but it was like he was winning till he wasn't. You know what I mean? He won a lot of rounds. He gave Canelo problems until Canelo caught him, and it was over. And that's Canelo. Canelo's an all-time great. Benavidez is on his way there. So I don't hold him to that. Like, I don't hold that against him. I think Caleb Plant is special. He can box. He has power. He has great movement. He has great IQ. He has showmanship. He puts on a show. And I just think about, like I said, he got knocked out by Canelo. Then he fought Anthony Durrell. And then after he fought Anthony Durrell, he knocked Anthony Durrell out. After that, he lost to Benavidez. Then he came back and he knocked McCombie out. Like, I just think that, you know, he has 2 losses, and he did take losses to great fighters, but I think he's great as well. And I can't see Resendiz causing any problems for him. I think with Resendiz's style, I think it's perfect for a guy like Caleb Plant. He can pick him apart, and he can hurt him. He can definitely hurt him. I think that Caleb can pick him apart, to be honest. I could see a world where he stops him. He tends to take the mid rounds off. Like, he tends to like hit a wall during the mid rounds. So it would either be early or to be late. But my prediction is that it goes the distance, and it's by a wide margin, like a 8-4, 9-3 type of fight, maybe less. Oh, and another thing, I'm backtracking here. Another thing I was trying to say was, like, if you look at those fights with Canelo and Benavidez, he wasn't taking, like, when he was winning those rounds, the rounds that I'm talking about, it wasn't like, you know, let's take Tank Davis, for example. He allows people to win rounds because he's just trying to tire him out, feel him out. Caleb Plant was winning rounds. Like, he was going out there and boxing with both of those guys. And I think Caleb Plant is in for a resurgence. He's calling it the revenge tour and all that. And I think Caleb Plant will win this fight easily. Like I said, I don't think Resendiz has anything for him. And I also think he has a point to prove. I think he wants to make this fight with Charlo happen. He wants Berlanga. He wants to make the big fights happen. So he knows he can't come in here and play around. So I just think that I definitely think he's going to put on a show. I definitely think that he's coming out here on a mission, and he's going to get the job done. Like I said, could get the stoppage, but my prediction would be to get a decision by a wide margin. So that is tomorrow night, May 31st on Amazon Prime. We'll be locked into that. So yeah, and that's all I have for today. Tomorrow, after the fight, I'll be recapping the fight. So tune into that. And then next week, we'll be talking about the Keyshawn Davis and Edwin De Los Santos card. And we'll be breaking that down. And then we'll recap that as well. But if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Until next time, 1-on-1.